Hello there everyone, Alexman here, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time, well, for our first session anyway, we became sort of like an important person. We were a boy without a fairy. We got a fairy. Our father tree died on us, though we did basically try to save its life. And we were told by the Princess of Destiny that we must obtain these other stones, that once obtained all three of them, we should be able to get to this thing called the Triforce and basically wish this bad man from the desert away. So that's it. And also the fact that we got in hold of the Darunia, the leader of the Gorons, and opened up their cave for them. But now we must take out the ancient creatures that lurk inside so that the Gorons will not starve to death. So let's go, shall we? As we walk in here. Welcome, guys, to the Dodongo's Cavern. Now, this is our second dungeon of the game. Now, you can't enter this area unless you have the Goron's bracelet, which allows you to throw bomb flowers everywhere. But knowing that we can throw bomb flowers only gives the realization of what item we're going to be getting in this dungeon. I'm not going to say, though, this is actually, you know, early on in the game, having, you know, this being a fire temple or a fire dungeon anyway, it feels like it's a kind of unique, I guess, in the sort of way. It's best it's a cave. It looks like there's made lava pits around here, so watch your step. So yeah, there are lava pits here, but they don't really insta-kill you. They do hurt, though. Bear that in mind. You gotta watch out for a new enemy type, Beamos. They are back in full force from a Link to the Past. And they are quite the annoying creature. Because they're not statues in this game, they're actually living creatures. And it seems to be kind of a weird set of rules for them. Is that they usually die to one hit to a bomb, but sometimes they just basically just close one eye and you have to kill the other one. It seems weird to me. Here's our dungeon map. Yeah, they gave us a dungeon map at the start of the game. Or start of the dungeon here. It's weird they don't do this for most dungeons. I think in later games, they basically, like, sometimes I feel like the dungeon map is like the last thing you get after a while, and it's like, that's kind of awkward to say the least. Also, you probably want to be on this end dungeon with the shield, the Hylian shield. There's a lot of fire enemies here, and you're most likely going to have trouble. That guy right there will basically sell you a shield for some Dekus, or for some, you know, nuts and everything, so bear that in mind. Because, you know, like this, you might actually, you know, hurt yourself, because most of the fire enemies, your shield isn't wood. Your curry shield is wood, so watch out for that. But if you do like the roll attack and everything, when you jump off a ledge, you will get some distance. I mean, you have to do this in Majora's Mask to at least cheese at least some of the like hidden stuff in that game too as well. So bear that in mind as well. Also, I'm not really a big fan of the camera always looking behind the view at times. It just feels kind of like they want to make sure you're comfortable where you're at, but when you're looking backwards and you're trying to, you know, justify like a different direction, the camera always wants to be behind Link. That's all the game wants to be. It just feels kind of odd, because then it's like, I want to see what was behind me, but I can't. There's a Sheikah stone. If you have already, if you already got the Mask of Truth and everything already by this point, which I think you cannot actually. I think you have to wait until you get past the third dungeon before you can actually get all the mask trades done and everything. And like such, we have to watch out for Dodongos. These are baby Dodongos, and they explode on contact after you kill them. And you can change bomb destruction with them. Nice. Also, if you're going after all the gold Skulltulas, there is a Scarecrow song in this place if you really want to do that. But you have to come back here. You have to come into this dungeon as an adult. Hey guys, why don't you come over here for a second? Come on, buddy. There you go. I'm gonna make him die right there, and it blows away that wall for us. Let's see what's in this room. It's a golden Skulltula. Oh boy. Put the C button here and take out these Keese and everything. Now, I'm wondering if you're supposed to get this... I think originally you're supposed to get this thing after you get the bombs in this game. Come the bombs, and then you come back in here and you grab this. But hey, you know what? We can cheese it. And normally, you're supposed to get another item to grab that. Apparently, Link does not know how to reach out and grab stuff. But if you do a backflip, you can grab certain stuff earlier. Again, there's always types of tricks and trade. Ow! I did not realize they could jump ledges. Well, you helped me up on the ledge. Oh, now we got ourselves this puzzle. You can see our new button type. The always have to be pushed switch. I've really never liked these very much because sometimes they're always it just feels kind of dumb at times. Where it's like, it means you have to go out of your way to find something to move around. It's over a complicated puzzle, and half the time it doesn't really take much brain power because they usually give you the idealistic way to finish the puzzle in some way, shape, or form. More Keese. This should be around the same time where Keese get this annoying ability that they can basically catch fire and basically don't die. I don't know why that is. Introduction to our first mini-boss, the Dodongo duo here. They're not even getting any type of thing. So you want to basically block their attack by their shield. Even though this shield is too big for Link, you can still use it as a shield. You just can't use it effectively in combat. You just have to deal with it. So the Dodongo duo here, the Lizalfos duo actually, these guys will basically try to fight in teams. Like they'll tag someone out when they're too weak to fight. And they'll do this after they get hit a few times. They'll try this later in the dungeon when you're over more of a dangerous pit. This is basically trying to teach you, hey, you know what? You're gonna have enemies like this later on, and it's like, okay. You think they would... Ow. Okay, I blocked them. You think that use sheer numbers to basically to help out and everything, but they're like, no, we're gonna take this one. Like the last guy is like a cheering squad. It's like, get him, get him, get him. Oh, you killed Bob. Oh, I'll avenge you. I will avenge you. Jump over here. There you go. You're not gonna die. And this fight is pretty simple because basically you can block all their attacks and everything. It's not like the Lizalfos of Majora's Mask where they actually use their breath on you, their fire breath, and basically ruin any type of chance for you to protect yourself. Only a slight annoyance, that is. Alright, ooh, this is where we actually get access to sticks. Yeah, more sticks. Yeah, you want the Dodongo? There they are, right there. The Dodongo dislikes smoke. And you know what? These guys are... I say have gotten easier since the 3D transition. Because they... I don't know. Like, in the original Legend of Zelda game, you were supposed to do this kind of throw out where you basically throw a bomb at them and they're supposed to die to the bomb because they hate bombs. But they feel like this kind of concept is just, like, not worth it. You'd rather just basically just... You just want to basically goad them into attacking you and then hit their tail. That's what you're supposed to do. Let them goad you into attacking and then you attack their tail. But then they spin around, so watch out for that. There you go. You can only really get one attack in, so I would say probably recommend do the jump slash. But just like any Dodongo, like the babies, they explode after a while. I guess the reason why they hate this, like, it should be like they really hate bombs rather than just like smoke, honestly. Because I guess they just come right there and then spin around. Like, I would say I'll say not Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask brings them back. But I'd say Twilight Princess probably had the best of them because they left their weakness basically on their belly. Which means you had to basically do a complete dodge round if you wanted to actually take them down, which was not hard at all, really. I guess in the 2D games were basically kind of a pushover. Four Swords version of the Dodongo wasn't really that bad either. I guess, I mean, after you get advancements in technology, your worst enemies in Dungeon 2, or at least in Dungeons of past... Oh, he died already. I only hit him once. Maybe he was just having an off day. You know, it's just like, yeah, just let me be. I've had enough, you know. I guess. But anyway, that's not how you win this place. Actually, if you are low on sticks, if for any reason, there is a vendor over here through this wall right here. And I missed. That's the only reason why these bomb flowers are here. So you can check these at this breakable wall right here. And this basically just has a vendor on the other side, a Deku vendor. Which basically means that, hey, if you're out of sticks, you can pay some with me. And that's all he is. He just buys sticks. That's it. I guess they just really didn't want to have oh, and they're back. They're back with a vengeance, but I'm not worried about them. Let's just get these things raised up. And all we gotta do is just light these torches on fire here. These 3 of them here. Well, these guys are supposed to be a threat to Gorons? Man, I tell you, a Goron could punch one of these. Well, I guess if you do Hyrule Warriors, the original Hyrule Warriors, you could basically, you know, just punch the crap out of the Dodongos whenever you see fit. As long as you put a bomb in their mouth, anyway. So all that was just to get around the first part of the dungeon. Yep. Take a note, folks. That's probably going to be the majority of most, if not all, the dungeons in this game. It's basically go to one side, complete it, get back to the center room so that you can go around and do it again. I would say, though, the Forest Temple probably is the worst of it. Because of how many entry points you can get around and you can potentially get yourself lost. And then the Fire Temple. Ugh, the Fire Temple. I hate that place, too. The Fire Temple just has a lot of verticality into it. But we'll get to that once we get to the Fire Temple. And this is, okay, right here is probably one of the most favorite areas of the game. Just that you have to make a chain reaction. If you hit one of these sides, it doesn't work. But if you get both of them to blow up, oh, what? The explosion was right there next to them. I thought I put the bomb in the right spot, but the bomb fell off. Fine, you want to be that way? I'll drop it right here. Now both plants get exploded. Just the concept of idea that a plant can explode this badly. And yes, I know that there are real plants in the real world that actually do basically go off, do a sense of like a minor explosion to ward off its predators to eat by eating its plants matter and everything. But at the same time, though, they don't do this where they just basically just, you know, mimic a huge explosion. I mean, and they're always finding out bomb flowers are always in hot areas. You think they would have always a chance to expand? Oh, here we go. You might think, oh, this is kind of an enemy there, but this enemy is an Armos knight, or Armos anyway. Yeah, from A Link to the Past. They're here, and they don't do very much. And well, we got the compass. Not bad at all either. These guys are kind of weird. That you have to defeat them with an external device on them. Like you have to hurt them and then hit them back. It's kind of like a weird gimmick with them. Unlike in A Link to the Past and everything, where there's like, you know what? We could just attack these guys with no problem. Is it? Come on. Why don't you lock on? Navi, you're locking onto this guy. I wanted to get around him. Come on, you. Oh, you're being a jerk, aren't you? You're just being the absolute jerk that you are. Get exploding the bomb on you. Come on now, you gonna attack me? Come on. You're being a slight annoyance, you know. Wow, Link's small okay, you can get on top of that thing. Okay. That's weird. Drop that bomb right there. Weird that you think you can't hurt these guys. Took a bomb right there, and there you go. 2 bombs should kill it. 1 to awaken it. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Sorry if I was getting all quiet there. I was trying to figure out how to actually kill this thing again. But like in Ocarina of Time, it's just like you try to attack them, and they don't die from the first attack. And then it's like, I guess when you make a 3D transition to a video game, you have to make stuff harder and harder as a result. Like, I don't know why either. It just seems kind of like a weird thing. You have to make every enemy more inconvenient to kill. Ugh. Slight annoyance, that is. Let's see. Where do we go up here? Oh, there's a Skulltulas. And there we go. Take you out. My aviator controls a bit there is annoying. Take out the gold sculpture here. Yeah, there's actually quite a few gold sculptures in this place that that you have to get during the adult era. And it's a little tedious to come back into old places. Because you can't go into the Deku tree once you are an adult. Yeah, here you go. Here's our first into the fire Keese. These guys hurt, and well, you have to do it. Because again, if you had the wind shield, you would lose your shield from that. And that's very annoying. Now you want to be careful about these Dodongos, or not Dodongos, but these Armos knights. And basically 3 of them are active and 1 is not. And the one next to the ladder is basically that your hint in that regard. We'll hit this right here. Open up the door. Sweetness! Let's go. And what are we getting from? Oh yeah, we're crossing the bridge anyway. Well, let's try. Oh boy, ow! Hey. I don't know, maybe it's just the NSO version where my the L button on my controller isn't really triggering all that much. I feel like that should have been like easier to attempt to actually lock on these guys. Hey! I feel like I should be able to lock onto that really easier than that. But you know what? I'll let them die. And let's continue on, shall we?